Hello, this is Group 5, and now we are going to give the demo of a food delivery application, Comato. And this is sign up page. Here we can create various users, like we have few user types: customer, restaurant, and delivery agent. And few sanity checks have been applied. Like if we leave the fields empty, we can see it is asking for username, password, and so and so. And now we are going to give some usernames. Now let's try giving a username. Now this is not possible because we have already created few users in our database. These are the few users that we have created initially. As you can see, according to their user type, they are in their respective tables. And now we will try to create a new user. Let's say something like C10. And now we have even sanity check for checking whether the password is same or not. If it doesn't match, we give an error message. Yeah, let's go with this user. Now this is our login page. Here we can log into any user and order something. Now these are the restaurants that are available. R1 is the username for one of the restaurants. Let's try choosing it. Now after choosing R1, we get the menu, and these are the products that are available. And if you can see, these are the products that are in products table. Related to R1, there are 3 products. So here we have 3 rows. Now we can add items to our order and make an order. Let's try 2 burgers. Let's add. Now if we try some random product ID like 533, it's not possible because it is not there in the order ID, product ID. So let's try ordering something else, adding something else. Now we have added 2 items. Now we can confirm our order. Once we've confirmed our order, we can see the order details and the contents of our order. Now there is another feature implemented by us. Now if suppose the user tries to enter some restaurant and then he adds some orders like 102 and 3. Now he has ordered 3 dosas from restaurant R2, but he hasn't confirmed the order yet. So once if he suddenly signs out from the page and if we try to log in again, it will not be there in the orders or order details, and it will not be there in the contains table, which is a relational table between uh, orders table and the products table where we store the quantities. Now we can also put multiple orders from a customer. Let's try that from a different. We can order even from the same restaurant. Let's try from a different restaurant. Okay. Now this is the menu. Let's order product 103. Now if we confirm order, we get another order and its status is still preparing. This is the expected time and the cost. Now if we see the cost also matches. We have ordered 2 of type 100. That means the cost needs to be 100 plus 3 of type 101, 90. So it's 190. So even it matches the calculations. So now we will try logging in from some other customer. Now it's the same procedure here also, but the thing is here we can't see the order details of other customers. So a customer can see the order details of only his whatever he has ordered. Suppose let's order something from this guy. Okay, let's order 5 fries. Okay. Now he has added the order, and now let's try to delete. Like while deleting, we don't need to mention any quantity. Like it deletes the entire product. And now we can order something else. Okay. A burger, and then we can order it. Similarly, the order details and order contents are visible here. Now we can see whether it is really being updated in the tables or not. This was the order from first user, which was 4782. It is available even in the places table. 4782 corresponds to C1 customer, 5234 corresponds to C1 customer, and 5884 corresponds to C2. As you can see, it is being updated in the tables as well. Now we will check about. Now we will see the functionalities of the restaurant.
There are these options that are available for a restaurant user. So each restaurant actually maintains a separate menu for itself, and it can update its menu as it when it wants. It can add new items to the menu. Also, it has the option of deleting the existing items from the menu. So as you can see in the add items section, there are certain fields that he has to fill it out in order to add that item. Now, for some example, he's adding the item number butter, item name butter, and as you can see, it got dynamically updated also, and he can see the currently added new item on the right hand side. So there are three tables on the right hand side: menu orders, and order details. So in orders, you can see the status, the delivery guy which is assigned to a particular order, and also the status of the order. In order details, you can keep track of the quantity of how many times the order has been ordered for each user. Now let's see delete items, for the functionality of delete items. Now let's say he tries to delete an item which is not there in the menu. Let's say delete item 111, yes. So you'll show an error message that this ID does not exist. So now in order, let's delete a valid, choose a valid ID from there, and we'll see that it will be dynamically removed from the menu. So yeah, so the menu with 105 got removed, and that is immediately visible to the restaurant user. Now the third functionality is that he can update the status of the order. So as you can see, there are several types of status available. He has to enter the order ID, and he can put either prepared or delayed. Now this also he has to choose the order ID from the table visible from the right hand side, and then depending on that, the status will be again updated dynamically. So you can see that it has been changed to prepared. So that's all about the restaurant user. Now we'll see about the delivery agent.
And now in delivery agent, the available functionalities are updating the time required for delivery. Initially, we set it to a default value of 15 minutes, but the delivery guy can change whenever he wants and update and currently update it. Now, before checking this, let's see what all are available. As you can see, he can see the customer name and customer address. So to send the delivery there, to deliver it to the required address, and the status. Once it is prepared, he can update the status to out for delivery of that particular order, and then update it. And how are these orders being allotted to particular delivery agents? We have implemented an algorithm to select the delivery agent with the least number of orders, which are not completed. That means which are either preparing, orders which are preparing or prepared, or which are out for delivery. So as you can see, we have made 3 orders. As you can see, now this is for out for delivery. Now let's check the other delivery agents and confirm it. Now here we have another order for which was 5234. If we check the delivery agents table, yeah, okay. If we check the assigned table, 5234 is assigned for D2 and 5884 was assigned for D3. So the algorithm was correct. Initially it was the order was allotted to D1, then D2, then D3 as while ordering the third, while placing the order of the third one, it was assigned to D3 because he had 0 number of orders, so it is not randomly assigned. Now we will try to update the expected time for delivery. We can try giving a different order and check the sanity check. As you can see, we have done sanity check everywhere, so this is invalid. Now let's give an actual order. Okay, before doing that, let's check the expected time for this particular order ID. The expected time was 8 minutes for the order ID, but for customers it would be showed as 23 minutes. Why? Because as we have already discussed, the default value was 15, so 15 plus 8 is 23. Now let's update this. It should become around 38, I guess. Now once we refresh the page, yes, now that is 38. So this functionality is also working. Now we can try updating the status to the out for delivery, or okay, let's directly update it to completed. Now once the order is completed, now status is changed, and now let's see in 5884, right? It was C2. Let's check in C2. As the order was completed, the contents of the order were removed because he already has the order with him. Now we can, as usual, we can order again from here and accordingly add the items and delete items. Now in C2 user, we can see the status has been updated to completed, and the order contents have been deleted. As he has received the order, there is no need for looking at the contents. Now here additionally we just put up a customer care phone number, which will just will be if there is any problem he can contact this guy, and even we have given the delivery agent phone number. So if this doesn't work, he can always contact the customer care. Now finally, let's check the restaurant. What is happening over there? Yeah, as you can see, we have updated two statuses. In the delivery agent, D1 has updated the status to out for delivery and D3 to completed. So accordingly, it was updated here also. And these were some of the functionalities implemented by us for this food delivery app. And this concludes our demo. Thank you.